ngiwan hang ni banong ipi ngidon kam ke jingkala pikwa ne me ke jingkala bakan wan na kene ka konstituensi jong pi pikwa ne man wan ke jingkala ha kene ka konstituensi jong pi jubab ma pi ki pai ba ki bai don lang ne pikwa ne ke jingkala rakti baro ki bakwa jingkala sicha pikwa jingkala to ni ban kala ni dai ban ke kala suan aladi bangin ye mudur bak kumnongin penyeng rasong ya kene katia si halaki yeng jongi yalaki kimi kikpa yalaki men ki para yalaki para marjan marpar bar ki para snong para thau banong bakane ka parti keden kata ka nongrem ku ban yeng man rat deng khong ya ki kijing ki jongi ki bodon hakane ka jala ka jongi sipun ki baro kidan kinong yalam jongi ki ban sakren hang te bun dai ka bakwa banong ye pi ngi bon kinong yalam niam jongi kila ong bakane ka sarkar kala play kata ka kasino kata ka kam khalai piso demo baki kon samla jongi haka jaka bakin lech college kin lech banyak khalai no pi ki kimi ki pa pimun mo ya kata bakin lech ki kon jong pi kin lech khalai tena kata kadau ban light na kini ki baro ngi dai ban jet ya kane ka seng ka jongi bangin yo ya ka bor hakane ka jela jongi how news number 1 sibon ngidang dai ban kren nginang ya kendu nakapor sakapor nginang ya kendu bat pi hak jingnya slok lai dai hai meeting ibaret na lai dai meeting bahe ngin wan sepi ban ya kendu ban pensau thu ba bat ban yo ya kane ka thong ka jongi tang na gini kintien kublai sibon kublai sia jar ngo ublain kur kui pi
kublai sibun ya ba ya ki jingkren bakit niya ki jong pi te hang ne por ngin yo ka next speech na Shri George Lengdo ibade vice president jongka Meghalaya Pradesh Trinamool Congress bar haga jo por ibade MLA badan burom jongka Omroi constituency
Kublai shibun ya samla nong penyai. Kublai shibun ya pi baro kum ki polok ki parjor ki henmen ki para. Naga khatsau Pynthorumkhrah Assembly Constituency. मेरे प्यारे भैया बहन और जितने भी Pynthorumkhrah के कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी के रहने वाले हैं मेरे तरफ से नमस्ते. Kalong kasengi ke bakamen kalong kasengi ke ba idap da jing songu ya pi iwe belandon kat black por ban e le jong ki kam ki jam na ka benta ban don kat ban ngi man pensit pensingai ya kini kalumpung e songu ya i ba Charles Pengrop kum presiden ni jungi belandon kat ban ngi menne mat kham tam e menta ngi don ya i respected Dr. Mukul Sangma kum i nongyalam nakaliang persya hapok assembly mat kham tam eru kum nongyalam joka parti ke jongi beladon rengkat ban plaj por ban IMNC yang nga badipi hakne kasngi ai khoble ya bro kinongkit kam jong ka Trinamool Congress ki badon hak state na ki district ke jongi na ki youth wing na ki block committee ki prepare ki baywan bat kham tam me habak ni ki sing yo ban pen scam ya ka block committee ka TMC rengkat bat ki mahila rengkat bat ki youth hapok ki alam jeng ba samding do kumi president bat kham tam e ngai khoble e kurimi jong i bat ki yang ka sem baro ko we na ka bentak ni ka singi Mende players ngo nakaliang jong i president ni jongi ba Charles Pengrop abai ken sipang Trinamool Congress ba kajing yo kejat Trinamool Congress hapo kani ka jela ka jongi bon ba kilong kami kilong kupa ki samla ki badon ke jingki kli bat ki basong tho ya ka jingkala jong kapor bat kham tam e habang ya jong ni kalinti bani i ya ki kam jong ni sarkar ki balale bat ki bakhlem lale Kalau wanra kejing ketik ha kejing mut kejing perkat jeng babon ba. Bakal don kam ban wanra ngomong ba James mene. Ya kejing kela hapo kejela. Kejing kela kan wan nanga bat napi. Kejing kela kan wan ha bangin pusan ya ladi. Bangi don kam na em ya kejela ka baskem. Langi don kam na em kejela ka ba urit pa unim. Langi don kam na em ya kejela ka banyiteli syakalaway. Kajing don dekat kajong pi hang ni kesengi ka ai mensim ingi barok ki ben dekat hang ni iwei pa iwei kajing ai mensim markeliang bad ha kajuk opor bangin page syakalaway da kata kajing kermen bangin wanra ya kajing kela ka bakrau. Kajing don jong sarkar BJP hapo kajela kajungi kaba senrop lang ka BJP NPP UDP HSPDP PDF bad mentaru katung ningut ki Kongres MLA ki basa. Barok ki parti menta ki don hakal yang sensyar. Bad ke parti ke badon syakal yang persyak kaditang kawai. Kata kadi ke Trinamool Kongres. Kajing don jungi hakal yang persyak kalong banyai long kasur kajong pi banyeng na ka benta ki mat jing dawa ki baper bad ban peni ya kajing tuna ki ba kajela jungi ke don. Banginyeng naga benta kitu ki bomdon katakalan ban penpau lejong kijing siapa sorka. Banginyeng bangin kren naga benta kitu ki basya ban ben. Ban kham tam ya ka ki pajba menta ki mat ya kijing ki bakrau. Trinamool Kongres ke kijing mut jong Trinamool. Balengi ong Trinamool bat balengi ong Kongres. Ka Trinamool Kongres kijing mut jong ka kalong ki grassroots nani naduk tendrai. Bat ke Trinamool Kongres kamumut banlum lang ya ki pajba banlum lang ki tendrai jok sensyar khadar. Ngamar hak sensyar khadar pajba de mapi de manga ki badan ka vote ki bala banrai kalawai jong lajong bat jong kari abang nyelum lang ban perkhat na ka menta ka bahaka miat jong ki pajba ki babun balang. Baro bang pi ki badon hang ni. Ngidang dep menrakhi ban kenmau buram ya kenyo pesan senem kajing lai lu jong kari ban mapi ke badan hang ni pila nok senyang na ka benta ban kenti we kari kajungi ha kini ki senem ki baladep kajing nok senyang kelong na ki kam ki jam ki bapitre kajing nok senyang kelong na ki yeng ki sem ki bapibu bapidon kajing nok senyang kelong na ki hinmen para bat khamtam na ki khon ki kiti ki jongpi marbale aba pieng banyada la jong ki yeng kesem haba pi kamai pi kaji pi sneng pi kentu la jong ki khon haba pi tre shitom man pa school la jong ki khon lani pi bela top na ka benta ban gintiu la jong ki yeng ka de ka tu ka jing no snyang ka bakrau ta tre shitom met la bat sngi ban penyeng la jong ki yeng kisem rengkar ka jing tre shitom ka jong pi lada ka sarkar kami iya kata bat once tang ka jing ban ben once tang kata ka jing ino la jong pajba kan mau pajba tang hakapor election atrai dehani kapor bangin juba da ka baskem bangin wanra e ka jingkala ka bakrau na ka benta ka jela ka bije ka jui ka Trinamool Kongres ka yang halai tli ginong rem ka bangyong mati bat manush kamut na ka benta lejong ki kimi mati kamut nam ta ka jong ka meram au bat manush kamut na ka benta ki pai benriu bat kajai benriu hibro kowe kini baro lai tli kinong rem ka baka parti kan yeng menta kum kinong elam bat kum kinong kersian jong ka parti yeng banyadai kini lai tli na mari ka khendau ka siap ka jungi ka baka sarkar la da benlilam lemba ka border agreement ka jing eno ya kilong yeng long sem bat ki kimi ki jungi ka basem jenjar ban penyeng le jong kilong yeng long sem banyadal ka jing don kam jong ki khun ki kiti banyada ya kejai benriu kham tam hak jiwan ra ki polisi trekam ki ba penjot ya kejai benriu ku jongi haki benta ki ba pher ngiyeng kum ka Trinamool Kongres banyada ya kini na tak daw ka jingwan jongi hak ni ka janmit kanlong banong api bakum ka Pynthorumkhrah constituency phimlong marwei na kini ginong ilam ki bang penskem menta apo ka jilam ji basam ngikermen bapin penpau sya ka konstituensi Brockway bangidon gijing temu ka bakerpang ban ai gijing syakri amtang ya ka konstituensi hang ni ndre ya ka jela Brockway sikentien nam ta kinong ilam ki bang lapen scam ab hiai hang ni kelenti kan mau kum kinong ilam ngimdei ban ong bang ding nga unga habu serut ndrei dengi ban ngimlong bos ngimlong he ndrei ngilong ki syakri ban syakri ya kajai benriu ban syakri ki pai ba kalong ke ka ba ba ban pulut pon nak kamta jungki wat hapdeng jong jing tunjuk ki bakrau ki bapin sasem lekan mau borobor bapindap nak jing ki mensiem ki jumbut jeperkat ban IT lut ban lan ladi nak benta ki pai ba ki bakhmilenti ban yo jing kersian na pi lahi barit lani hi bakrau kum kinong ilam jong blok hang ni kum kinong ket kam long kami bat samla kan mau borobor bagajing surit kan yalam pi syaklementa ke bakrau kajing nang jong pi ban penie la jong ki pai ba kajing nang jong pi ban pe ye ki dup ki suk kajing kenjo e ka kti ki jong pi bat ban nilai ban yo kejat syakitu ki long yeng ki badon kam ye kajing ai men sim ki jong pi kan mau borobor ki kita ki lenti ki bapinang don kam ban peniang halade ha ki jimbut je perkat na ka benta kani ka blok ka bi e ka jongi ban kham tam e na ka benta ki pai ba anum kren sibun no mangi kwa ban sngap sibun na I Dr. Mukul ba kwa ban kren happy ban penpau ia kani kajing kersian na kaliang jong parti happy kum ka blok ba de baro ki pai ba no kersian हम एक दो शब्द हिंदी में बोलेंगे जो हमारा बहन है और भाई है जो पिंथौरumkhrah कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी से है तृणमूल कांग्रेस का जो मतलब है तृणमूल मतलब हमारा जो जड़ें हैं जो जड़ से जो इस देश को खड़ा किया है वो पब्लिक है आप है और तृणमूल कांग्रेस का मतलब है सारे पब्लिक को एक साथ लाना और इस आवाज़ को और सारी पब्लिक को एक साथ इकट्ठे लाना और इस आवाज़ को उठाना और जितना भी हमारा मुद्दा है जितना भी हमारा समस्या है तृणमूल कांग्रेस हमेशा आपका ही मुद्दा उठाएंगे और तृणमूल कांग्रेस आपका ही साथ रहेगा तृणमूल कांग्रेस एक ऐसा पार्टी है जो सिर्फ दुख सुख में आपके साथ रहेंगे यहाँ पे जो सरकार में जितनी सारी पार्टियां हैं सारे पार्टियां एक तरफ है पब्लिक और तृणमूल कांग्रेस एक तरफ है बीजेपी का जो गवर्नमेंट है जो अभी मेघालय में है सारे पार्टियां बीजेपी एनपीपी यूडीपी एचएसपीडीपी पीडीएफ और कुछ 5 कांग्रेस के जितने भी एमएलए हैं सारे सरकार में हैं और सिर्फ तृणमूल कांग्रेस सरकार के खिलाफ है हम विपक्ष में हैं और विपक्ष में रहने के नाते हमारा ये जिम्मेदारी है कि जितना भी पब्लिक का उत्साह पब्लिक का समस्या है और पब्लिक का जितना भी डिमांड है सरकार को आवाज़ देना हम असेंबली में खड़े होके आपकी आवाज़ उठाना और जितना भी मुद्दा है सरकार का एक जिम्मेदारी है कि उसको निभाएं लेकिन 4-4.5 साल हो गया और सरकार कुछ नहीं कर पाया तृणमूल कांग्रेस का 3 शब्द है जो आपको याद रखना पड़ेगा एक है माँ माटी और मनुष्य हम अपने माँ और जितने बहन लोग हैं उनके लिए हम खड़े रहेंगे अपने माटी को अपनी जन्मभूमि को इसको रक्षा करेंगे और जितना भी मनुष्य है जितना भी हमारा जी भाई बहन है उनका रक्षा करना है ये पार्टी का एक जिम्मेदारी है और इस पर विश्वास दिलाने के लिए आप लोगों को एक आपस में बात करना है भाई अपने बहन अपने दोस्त हर जगह आपको इस पार्टी का चर्चा करना पड़ेगा और इस पार्टी का मुद्दा आपको उठाना पड़ेगा पार्टी आगे तब जाएगी जब आप लोग आवाज़ उठाएंगे पार्टी आगे जाएगी जब आप लोग एक साथ रह के बाकी जितने भी सारे लोग हैं जो आपके पड़ोस में हैं आपके घर के पड़ोस में है या आप जिस लोगों को आपसे मिलना है आपके काम पे आपकी दुकान पे या यहीं पे आप जाओगे आपको इस पार्टी का आवाज़ उठाना है और पार्टी का आवाज़ उठाने से मतलब आप पब्लिक का ही आवाज़ उठाओगे देश में और इस स्टेट में हर जगह पब्लिक रो रहा है महंगाई बेरोजगारी, अपना जो बिल से लेके, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बिल से लेके, गाड़ी का खर्चा, पेट्रोल का खर्चा और स्कूल की फीस, एग्ज़ाम की फीस, पब्लिक चिल्ला रहा है कि ये सब मुद्दा अभी तक किसी ने उठाया भी नहीं और सरकार एक भी आंख नहीं देख रही है इस तरफ। बेरोजगारी में हमारा युवा लोग हैं, वो कहाँ जाएंगे? अगर बेरोजगार होते हैं तो हमारा उनका जो फ्यूचर है उनका क्या होगा? इसलिए इकट्ठे होके ये सब जिम्मेदारी आप पे है और आपको यहाँ से आगे जाके जितना भी लीडर्स लोग आज यहाँ पे उपस्थित है, जितना भी भाई बहन यहाँ पे है, इस आवाज़ को आप आगे लेकर जाना पड़ेगा। सिर्फ पिंथोरमख्रा कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी में नहीं, बाकी कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी में और यहाँ इस मेघालय पे कोने कोने पे जहाँ जितना भी आपके दोस्त हैं उनको आपको बोलना पड़ेगा कि टीएमसी को आना चाहिए और बदलाव आना चाहिए। ये मेरा सलाह है और मैं आपसे विनती करता हूँ कि आप एक साथ जुड़े रहिए और एक साथ इस पार्टी को आगे लेकर जाना ही पड़ेगा, देश को बचाने के लिए और मेघालय को बचाने के लिए। कुबलेशिबोन नाकाबंता गिजिंगडॉन गिजुंगपी हागने का जनबीर बनंग ने शखमत गंदे गिजिंग क्ले गिजुंगपी वे पे वे बगिन शिम यगने का सेंग लजों शिम यगने का कम लजों कुंबा फिक्रेन नाकाबंता लजों के यंग सेम लजों की खून की कटी गंदे का कमराम गिजुंगपी वे पे वे बपिन शिम यगने गिजिंग क्ले बपिन क्रेन नाकाबंता की परमार्जन क्रेन लजों की खून की कटी क्रेन गिजुंग की परलोक कि बाम दे तंग हपो पिंथोरमख्रा कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी नरे हक जला है ब्रोक अवे बनवनरा एक तक जिंकला गिदोन कम एक जिंकरन के जोंपी बकसुर जों पाइबा हप्रेंग जो की जिंग ए की बबुन हजिंग क्यूडोर हजिंग बबदन कम दन जम बर हिवे पर की जिंग ए की बंगिमा आय बगनी कसुर के जोंपी कनवनरा या के जिंकला हपो तने के जला के जोंगी फिंदे के जिंकला बर कसुर के जोंपी फिंदे बन संगप लापियों हपो व्हाट्सएप ने लापियों हपो फेसबुक ने लापियों हपो बफियकरन दुकान sia ने बफिली थित जोर ने बफित दो ने kini baro kini berlong keji keren nang ni syakmat ndrup nai syakmat abang iswa abang inwan collection kaji kasur kejong pi kan long kejing kala na ka benta keri ba kejai bendri kejongi etang ni kiktin kublai sia jarngu kublai thank you so much dhanyawad jai hind
Okay, saya sini ai kublai ba ya i Shri George Lengdon am tagi tu ki kantin ki jong i ti mentangin yo ka jing kren na iwe ni kinong yalam jongani ka 14 Pynthorumkhrah constituency tinga kwa ban khot som bhai iba sam borlang dingdo ibade i block president joka 14 Pynthorumkhrah constituency ka ba in ai ka jingkran ka bai de ka ka jingalang ka ba menta ka janmiet tinga kwa ban khot som bhai i president jongani ka 14 Pynthorumkhrah constituency ba sam borlang dingdo over to you.
Da ka babura mi syong knor ba penya ini jingelang ibada kumjuru ya ki bela idan lang wat ngi ni kenti na du kilong kemi kiri orang ba ki khon samla jong constituency bat khamtam ni lei kiram kilendan ki bela idan lang wat ngi ni kenti na du ba James ba George bat i Dr. Mukul Sangma te khnam ba dum tu sho i kapor ngakwa ban ya keren be ya kapang shisnam menswa nga ada penbena bangarung ande iwe ni kertong banikun nang ani ka 14 Pynthorumkhrah constituency te bat pikin mau hi ba sisna menswa por mga pen ngarai ni ngarai ngakran sai ba henry bena swa ka election ngan sejit ya political party hadin mga bisar swa ya ka ega kya ka shon jong ki constituents lene jong ita ki nong song snong jong ka Pynthorumkhrah constituency te layat kisngi layat ki benai layat kisnam te hakini ki hinru benai bladap ngila kami atur bahai constituency ngila irung ka kendong konserat jong constituency bat bangin sotho ya ka ega kya ka shon ba ki khon ki hajar ki long kami jong constituency ki yamat te swa jong kani pi thu ba iba sam da kerteng sam khamti pi thu iba sam iba propagate bahai ka sports te ki boni bas thu baklaru bagi ngayo saw ni ki baong ba iba sam imnang i like naka sports ndai nga kwa man pensay pi yang ni Sports was never my election issue. Ke sports kamdai ke bangamut banyak ya ke election issue jonga. Ke sports kadai ke hobi ke jonga. Ngadai player football, ngadai player cricket. So kadai ke hobi nga propagate bet. Lada election ne, election ru ngin propagate bet ya ke sports. Hendrai ha pengiwan pada sak election. Ngi hab ban so thu ke ga kya kasion jong ki pajba ki jongi. Te ngi song sibun na ki longyeng ngi stress bai ki ya ki long kemi. But bangi so thu ba prapo na ki spa prapo percent jong ki constituents jong ka Pynthorumkhrah constituency ki dei ki longyeng ki bawan na kata ka longyeng ke ba ki bela man sngi ki bam demit. Te ka jing ut ka jing nam jong ki ka debit specifically halor ka jing ki dorlot ki marba mardi halor ka jing ki dor ka gas halor ka jing ki dor ka umpnyang syarak halor ka jing ki dor ki sabon halor ka jing ki dor ki umpnyang wat kita ki bangi dan kaman ka sngi te kumban sukan pen mau yang ipi hosnam arjar arpo kum wen ni kitra jong pelpam ngila edan bentalang but kami galia joint action committee on commercial vehicles kum no bingin penroll back ya tax te ngakan mau hak tu ko jingi ki jong kami galia joint action committee on commercial vehicles I baksa mi dan lang senda jong ki driver taxi I dan lang senda jong driver bus buat ngi pensai babelai ka petrol ke kiu atau ke por what apedeng baka price jong ka crude oil ke international market ka dep ru national government ka ra ya national excise duty da ka jingra national government ya national excise duty kensan ngi ke jing ki dor jong opnyang serak kensan ngi ke jing ki dor jong ke gas kini ki bakta sya ya ka longyeng ka beduk namar ba hasar ngi set ida kania te sisien bakla akta hi ya kini ki jing dan kam jong iman ka sngi ngi sutho kala akta ya ka plating ka jong ki longyeng longsam ki beduk te am tangkat taru ngi ba hakbai dei ba ka petrol ba ka diesel namar ba ki hap apa ka state subject kani kangat ka jing pet jong ka megalia value added tax tengah pensai pi tu kapor baka state government jungi na ka khat pra percent kara kansan be direct sya ka life percent te nomor bangi si interact ba driver taxi ngi suthu ba driver taxi kami syu ka kamai ka jongki nomor man ka sngi ka kidor ba ka petrol khendiat pa khendiat te ngi snok tilang ngi ya pensai ba bat ngi kerpat iru ya government ba dalong ka bala ba kan roll back bang ya tax te ka mapi hi Arsnam atang arsngi hadin bengi ai to statement honorable chief minister irul back bang ka tax but by penhab kahap dor bang ka umpnyang te ka jingki dor jingki marba mardi ngani thu ipi ka dealing ba baka central government ka ra ikini ka excise duty te ka phang jonga hi mga kwa banwan sa pi ki pajba kamdai mga ong mangandrong sa politics bangin ya kamay spa na ka politics kamdai syu bada ka bha jing Pynthorumkhrah constituency ngini sedang ka pelpam business ngini sedang ka sam khamti business ngila dia ngila biang ngisu kwa bandrong sa karensan jong politics bagin address ya kajing e jong pajba khanang ba ki longyeng longsam ki bedok kinyo ya ka e ki baki ki don kam te an su pensai phi babaro hi ningi ki pajba hi ngisi ka khajna sa ka sarkar bakata ka khajna ka dei bakara ka government ling baki national excise duty but bakara Meghalaya government ka state government jong ling baka Meghalaya value tax tinggal kuat pensai hang ni khmat ka buram ka bakrau ka jong ki pajba jong constituency ba mapi mga ngidei ki nong siu khajna ya ka sarkar da kata khajna ba mapi mga ngi siu ya ka sarkar kayo banbay ha ka bakan siu tulop ya kinong mi khmat ha ka baka dei ban siu tulop ya kinong kai school ha ka baka dei bikin siu tulop ya kinong trai sarkar bat bakan penbet penbiang ya ka jela jungi brok away nrei ngi I hakini ki south nam steng kom kinong song snong kom kita ki ba yarap on contribute ya ka revenue jong state exchequer ngi yo I ba ka sarkar hapo ka jingelam jong National People's Party kila shu penwes ka ya ka revenue jong state exchequer sabar ka state te hakini ki arbanai bala dep ngi dan lang ha ka agitation jong inong kai ngi song but fikir mau hi ba to ka por ba ki fastem ngawan bang sakmat mga batay ba kadan ka extra surcharge na ka government biki shim nangi ba nga pensay hang to ba ladalong ko bala ya kartu ka salary jong ki nong hikay school smo bah mitigin ada kato batang ars ngi hadian hi honorable deputy CM ngatray ki penbet kami kato ka jing ya penbet jong ki tikila ibet te ngakwa ban pensay pi hang ni hatu ka sngi ngakwa ba ban ai ko ka statement tambangi iba kila dep ya penbet nya ki nong hikay school tingi snap ka snap no te ray hadian kato ngi ibang kami sa ka agitation jong ki SSA teachers te kay ba ngakwa ban kali na government jong hi kinti ka long ba lada shabar jong ka state float ke National People's Party haki election jong pi pa Manipur, Arunachal, Nagaland, Sikkim. Lada syakita ki states by float ikini ki party pidang la kita ki election jong pi ban bay. De kumno pada phim la ban siu tulop ikino hikai. Kadang hani kasian ka beningkong ka bangi i ba kino hikai ki jongi, kino hikai ki badan buram ki jongi, kim ban si bikin hap an le samit, kim ban si bikin hap le syong surak. Tang nakadaw bikin yo ya ka hok ka jongki, ya kata ka tulop jongki ki bikila tray ha kini ki Henry Benai bikila dep. Te ngakwa ban pensab yang hang ni hi ba nalor jong kini ki political parties ka hi ba ngihap ban suthu. Tada ngikwa ban address isai ta ka kya ka shon jongki pajba hi. Kala bahaya ingi bikin dan lang haki principal opposition party. Dia kumakalong mentahi ke principal opposition party ke di Stangkat Trinamool Congress ke TMC. Bat kibala ban berkabala ban tek lakam yang kita KKI ke di sang nakani de ngaru swa bangandrong sa Trinamool Congress ngala da pusan bahahi bat ngasuthu ba ka Trinamool Congress kaya ha bat ka demography jong constituency jongi nomor ka Pynthorumkhrah constituency ma fisuthu ka de constituency ka bala ya clear hal lai pujat ki jai ben riu la de ka mixed population constituency bat bangasuthu ba da ka Trinamool Congress hi ngila ban propagate ya secularism biki ong ka Indian Constitution ngila ban propagate ya secularism in its true form te de halor kita kinong rem hi ba ka penlong ingi bengin hak ban rong hi hak Trinamool Congress bat bangin hak ban sa kawir ng hak iban pensai namar swa bangan dan nakani party bar khoi ipi tip bangal azangnya da kawi ka identity te henrei bangas thu ba ban pe ya kha ka shon jong ipat ba jong constituency ba bhatami kani political party bat ngakwa iru ban ong ba haki prasnem jong ka jinglong chief minister jong i Dr. Mukul Sangma na udu snam arjar shpau udu arjar khatpra ngi iba asset administrator ilong iba biang ho ya kata ka jingilong dong ilam hak jingilong brio ka dan ni ka jing dunah ni yang tai henringi kermen ba lesi lada ngiyok biang ka kabu sa isian ngini pen bae di kita ki bat ngakwa ban suang ipi bakani ka lalong no kum ka destiny mo bakan poi sa kani ka TMC namar ba hausnam arjar shpau ngala dan ka jingidai ka bayjan hi bat i norbel CM badi tu kapor Dr. Mukul Sangma ngakan mau ha tu kapor arjar shpau ha kapor bakiwan ki dignitaries jong ka EICC if sir remembers I think we already met way back in 2010 sir when sir was a chief minister that time when Mr. Dhaniram Shandil and Sanjay Bapana came. We already met sir that time. We ngakwa man pensay ni ba hatu kapor kum i vice president jong ka Riboy Students Union ni tho kwe ka sithi ba ngi i batang hapo ka tang hapo license jong ka jingya jong ka sarkar ngi i bangi experience Saudi ki government hatu kapor dipikan mau ba ka dan ki MPA government ki impose ka presidential rule kawan ki MEA 1 jong Dr. Dilapang bat kaswan sa ki MEA 2 jong i Dr. Mukul Sangma. Te nakaliang nga jongi ngi urge hatu kapor ya ki bahe jong ka EICC ba kin ailat yang ba inang continue ya ka term jong Dr. Mukul Sangma bangini i ka kam ka ba itray te haiti prasnam bangi mat ya ka jing sensar jong ka MEA 2 jong Dr. Mukul Sangma ngi i ba kadan ba kata ka suk kasan kadan ba kata ka good governance ka bangi ngi ong tingi sukmilin ti ba mantahang nil dangirong biang sa kani ka party benginyo biang manwanra ya kata kay ka bangila duo kini sa usnam steng namar kumba ila ada brief iba James menehi ba ngikwa ban promote ya ka education sector jong ha ka state jongi ba ngikwa ban promote iba bon ki sectors te ha ka bay day pada bat kani ka constituency jong te ngakwa ban pensay pi ba hot ha bay day halor jong kata ka jing jong kilong kami kilong pa ki pensngaw yingi sa kaway kalong ba ki khon ki jong ki andai kila dep ka class 12 ki kham jenjar bikin haban late college kham jengan ni na constituency namar ba kam padan ka college ka biang po constituency ka jongi ti katay ngas ngo ba anda ngilawan na ka bor kan de gawin ki thong ba ngikwa ban wanra ka ka college ka ban kita ya ka education requirements jongi kena ki wan ki long yeng ki bedok namar mentala da ki khon ki jong pi jonga ki let sa ki let ban let college jengai hoi ya katu ka bay college ka bangi ngisi man ka benai ngidon ka jingkhan henry ya katu ka bangi lut man ka sngi ya ka bay kali ya ka bay bam ya katu hi ki bangi mlak ban bu jingkhan te nalor ki we ki jing ngas ngo ba kataru kadai kawai ni ki sektor bingila ban improve ba hakani ka kenti ka Pynthorumkhrah constituency ka dan kamhi ba kan nok kawai ka college ka bala ban kita ya ki educational requirements jung ki kena ki buan ki longyeng ki beduk ti tang dita kenti ni ngakwa yang ban ai ka jing sungu EPCI ki bladan hakani kenti ti kumbai ila pensai i ba George mane ba ka jing mut jong Trinamool Congress in short ngakwa ban pensai pi ba kat sa bangilek sa nis constituency ngi pensai ba ka jing mut jong Trinamool Congress ka dewi jong ki grassroots bat kita ki sembal ki ba PPE kalama jong Trinamool Congress ki dei ki plang ki bajerngam bat kita ki senti ki bami ki plang te ki plang hi da ka tien pareng ki di grassroots bat ki grassroots ki dei kita hi ki longyeng ki bakan top na du ki nong belas ngi na du ki nong sajan nong na du ki misteri na du ki driver taksi bat katahi ngasutu ba ka dei ka jing ie bat ka dei ka ba ngi haban ba bat ba kum ki nong mikmat lasya dingi wan ka bor ngi hab dan mentalang bat pi tangkatai kentien hi ngakwa ban abi yang jing sungut sa isien kublai sibun kublai sia jarngu
Kublai Shibun Shri Samborlang Dingdo i Blok Presiden juga Pynthorumkhrah konstituensi bahaju upor ibade i kandidat i jongi na ka TMC tingi kit bok kit ruang ya ka jing temu ka jing trikam jung pi kan wara sya ka jing kelab ka jing job ka Pynthor hi borok ka wei to ngin ai ka jing thap ti nam ta jong i Samborlang Dingdo te hakni upor kumbang i babun ki paj bahi klai shed ya tha je po mo te ka don ka wei ka entertainment nam ta jung ki ya ka ba ngi na ka liang ki samla jangka 14 Pynthorumkhrah ngila Pynthorumkhrah nam ta jumpi kan dei ka jingshat na ki khana ret te sobanga welcome ya baro ki khana ka bakin wan chani ka bakin wan rai ka jingshat ka jungki I would like to welcome all the participants who want to give the dance on stage. Hello. So bha khot ya boro ki khana ki ban ai ka jing shat shani shakhman. So bha ai ka jing thap khti namta jong ki so bha kum ka jing ai men sim nam ta jong ki so bha ni ai ka jing thap ti ya ka ba kin yo men sim kin yo jing kermen ba ka jing alang kalong ka ba song shet Te kubli si hajar ngu ikini kinong syar kijungi kena samla kijungi. Te hagani opor syabakan poi syakawika benta. Nga request ya boro ki volunteers ya kaba kini lek ka bala ban bat ki pajba ya kaba kinumi syabar namar ngila poi ya benta kaba boro ngi am kapor kaba koridor kapor kaba ngi boro ngki leaders ngi up hangni kaba ngin yo ka jingkren na iwe inong yalam ibah khamat do. Bat be in ai ka jingkren ka jo iya kaba kani ka jingalang ka jo ngi labu hakani ka janmit kaba menta. Ba iban ai ka ni ka jingkren menta ya hakani ka khlimat kaba mentang akwa ban khot yai Dr. Mukul Sangma ibade leaders of opposition and parliament leaders of IATC Meghalaya te shwa ban khori i mentang akwa ipi baro ba pen ai ka jing thap ti kaba jor nam ta jung i ban nga welcome isa Dr. Mukul Sangma kaba inshimik ni ka benta ka jung i. Over to you, sir. So bahaya ai lang ki jing thap ti ai kaba kham jam shishu. So bau volunteers boro ngin ya bat iki pajba kad bang ngila ngi hab ya bat iki ya ka bakin ya don hapo ya ka bang yo sngo ya ni ka kentin ka ba ngin yo sngo di Dr. Mukul Sangma.
Thank you. Kublai Sibun, Dhanabat, Mathela, the chairman of the program, and my colleague in the assembly and the vice president of Meghalaya Pradesh Trinamool Congress Committee, by George P. Lingdo, and the other vice president, by James Lingdo, the president of the Meghalaya Pradesh Youth Trinamool Congress Committee, Mr. Fernandez Dakar, and all other party functionaries, dignitaries, distinguished guests, and most importantly, the newly inducted Pynthorumkhrah Trinamool Block Congress Committee, led by the young, dynamic block president, Mr. Samborlang Diengdo, and his team, including the team in the youth and the women's wing, and all my dear mostly mothers and sisters, the distinguished leaders of different localities, different neighborhoods, who have come here together to be part of this program, to be part of this dialogue, to be part of this new story that we want to set up in the history of Pynthorumkhrah and the state of Meghalaya. All other distinguished guests and friends from media, I want to thank for this wonderful reception. I would like to thank Samborlang Diengdo and his team, and also the cultural troupe for a wonderful display of our cultural program, and for the love and respect that you gave to all of us. And I must thank all of you for coming here, for giving me the privilege to speak to all of you, to be part of this program. And I would like to thank the gracious Almighty for having kept us healthy to be here together. In the preceding years, we have been confronted by lots of challenges. The challenges of pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic, so we could not meet like this. We could not have programs like this, but God has been gracious today. We are, though not far from the problem, but we are in a better condition, we are able to meet together. Friends, we are here today to collectively decide for the future, the destiny of our state, our people. That's why we have come here. In our given democracy, we as citizens, all of us have responsibility towards building the state and building the nation. We have been given the power, and along with the power, the responsibility. And that's why we want to exercise this power together. And that's why we come together. And we want to make a humble beginning as members of this political party, the All India Trinamool Congress, the AITC. We want to be involved in our commitment to build a state where we will have a secure future for our generation next, for our beloved children and grandchildren. And that's why we want to take the available space in given democracy and utilize it optimally by coming together and by collectively deciding to put our strength together in building the state and nation. Now, how do we build the state? How do we build the nation? In a given democracy, with every right to franchise that we have the responsibility to elect a new government every 5 years. And that government will decide the destiny of the state, not just for 5 years, but 5 years and beyond. That's why what has happened in last 5 years, almost 5 years now, 2018 till today, whatever the government has done has its ramification on the present and the future. The present and the future is a culmination of the action or inaction, policy or lack of policy of the present incumbent government. You have seen governments after government in the preceding years. We also had the privilege to form government and had the privilege to be in the hand of affairs of governance and to serve our beloved people and be part of the story of building the state and building the nation. Today, if we look back from 2018 till today, what we see today is a government who, from the very beginning, messed up everything. You still see in Umawalong, where we have the Silong City Bus Syndicate bus station, where the road is still blocked. There's a testimony of incompetence of the government and the insensitivity of the leaders who are in the present dispensation. They created the mess and they don't know how to resolve this mess. But in the process, the name and fame of the state has been defamed. The benchmark that we set in the preceding years have gone down the drain. And we are very sad to see. We are very sad to witness this. We have a government who have robbed the mothers of the opportunities that we created. We have a government who have robbed the single mothers of the benefit that we were passing on to the single mothers. We have a government and the leaders who have robbed the old, the infirm, of the benefit that has been initiated by our government. We have a government who have robbed our children of the right kind of education, the right kind of environment for better quality education that we created over the decades. We have a government who have robbed our school children from the uniforms that we started giving. We have a government who have robbed our children from the textbooks that we were giving. We have a government who have robbed the students from the kind of support that the government provided, be it the digital aid in learning or be it the different kinds of support that we gave. We have a government which has robbed the entrepreneurs. We have a government which has dislocated the business of the businessmen. We built a state which could provide equal opportunities for all our beloved people across the state, irrespective of caste, creed, and community. But we have a government now who have been engaged in rampant discrimination and deprivation. All the entrepreneurs that has been built over the years, with the involvement, collective involvement of our people from all walks of life, have been robbed of their opportunities, have been robbed of the career path that they were climbing as entrepreneurs, as businessmen. I met hundreds of our entrepreneurs who slowly climbed the ladder of their career path as entrepreneurs and as businessmen. Today they are deprived of all their businesses and enterprises, whether in the government sector or whether it is outside the government sector. We have a government who have messed up the health sector. We have a government who has messed up the very important innovative scheme that we initiated during our time, the Meghalaya Health Insurance Scheme, with which all our families used to be given the smart card which could take care of the cost of treatment in government hospitals or in private hospitals. Today, this government has messed up this whole system, whole scheme. Today, in spite of having the smart card, the patient party will still have to pay amounts which cannot be afforded by the patient parties, rich or poor. We have a government who have deprived our older children of pursuing their education, their higher education and technical education in our own state, compelling the parents to send their children outside the state because they diverted all the money that was available for establishment of technical institutions, engineering colleges, colleges of science and commerce that was initiated during our time. The money which has been sent from government of India has been diverted, and they have not been able to give the kind of account that is needed to ensure transparency and effective utilization of the public money. We have a government who has created a stone wall in availing the benefit of the medical colleges and to be able to study in these medical colleges. Hundreds of young men and women who have aspired to be doctors have been deprived because we have failed to complete the medical colleges in spite of having the money. The medical college in Shillong, the medical college in Tura. Why has the government not proceeded further and provided this opportunity? In respect of medical college, the state government has received 172 crores from Government of India. But till now, because they have derailed the whole momentum of implementation of this program, thereby depriving the state, they have paid only 60 crore, they have spent only 60 crores till date. This is reflection of their natural intent which comes in their style of functioning to mismanage the finances of the state. The finances of various government departments have been mismanaged by this government. All our mothers were supposed to be the beneficiary of some very important initiatives of our government, like the support for all the mothers, the women, the female head of respective households in the whole state. With the seed money that we provided, that we sanctioned and were releasing to our mothers for opening bank account in the name of women's economic empowerment through financial inclusion. All this money has been brought back by the state government for reasons best known to them, depriving the mothers. Various initiatives for our farmers, for our poor, for our budding entrepreneurs, because we were promoting entrepreneurship amongst every member of the respective family across the state, including the mothers. All these initiatives that was embarked upon by our government, and based on those initiatives, whatever money has been brought in order to release this funding to support our mothers, our families, our poor. These whole initiatives have been derailed by the present government, robbing our people, robbing our farmers, robbing our poor, robbing our budding entrepreneurs at the micro level, at the grassroots level, at the village level. We managed to have number of initiatives under the Basin Development Program. Substantial amount of fund from Japan International Cooperation Agency were brought. Substantial amount of fund from World Bank, from Asian Development Bank. All this money were meant for all of you, for the families, for the households, to generate opportunities of sustainable livelihood, to generate sustainable livelihood through entrepreneurship, and to create the kind of value chain which will sustain livelihood in the years to come, in the decades to come, and change the whole socio-economic landscape of the state. But the state and the people have been deprived by this present government. Today, the opposition is working hard to protect and ensure that our people are not deprived of what is due for them, what has been brought for them, what is already available in the government coffers, what is already available with the different departments. They have messed up and robbed the people of all the opportunities that we opened up through multiple missions, livelihood missions. We had a dairy mission, we had the piggery mission, we had different programs under livelihood, different programs under livestock mission. The apiculture mission, which has been renamed as honey mission, they have messed up the whole program, deprive our people by their inefficiency and lack of priority or otherwise shifted priorities. Their priority is reflected by what is happening in the state. They have deprived our children from getting quality education. They have deprived our children of the poor family across the state by not appointing teachers of the LP schools, by terminating the ad hoc teachers even without replacement. They have deprived our youth who wanted to be teachers and teach our young children across the state. They have not appointed our young men and women who have aspired to be teachers and have completed MTET. Till now, they have not been appointed. This is the kind of government that we have, and that is the reason why we are here today, to replace this government, to come together and put our strength together in sync with the power that is given to all of us in the democracy that we want to further strengthen and sustain. This government has robbed your children, your brothers, your sisters, the youth of the job that they were waiting for. We are not talking about this insensitive government where they have failed to sanction and create and sanction any new post for job in the government sector. We are talking about the vacancies which have cropped up due to retirement, due to untimely demise of government employees, and due to promotions. These vacancies which are already existing, all our youth who have applied for these jobs have been deprived. You know, during our time, almost on a regular basis, we used to have recruitment for police, be it for armed battalion or for UB, unarmed branch. Today, I remember when we were in the government, we gave direction that on a regular basis these vacancies must be filled up so that the youth of the day takes this opportunity, compete amongst themselves, and thereby serve our people, be part of the team in serving our people and serving our state. Multiple posts, multiple vacancies crop up every year. But this government has chosen to not fill up these vacancies. What is the reason? We got to ask them the reason. What has happened to the money that has been passed in the assembly in the budget for all the posts? Whether it is in education, the money which is required by the department to pay the salary of the teachers, yes, they are passed in the assembly. What has happened to the money? Why aren't they appointing the teachers? What has happened to the vacancies in the police department? What has happened? The vacancy was notified, advertised for recruitment in 2018, based on our direction before the election. The boys and girls were asked for physical tests. They did the running exercise, all these physical recruitment they have gone through in the year of 2019. They took so many years to conduct the written exam. During our time, if the written exam has taken place within 48 hours, we used to give result. To keep transparency, to ensure transparency, and to avoid any manipulation. But the government of the day, when did the written exam to fill up these police, the post of AB constables and UB constables in the police department was conducted? Till now, they have not appointed. Because they don't want to release this salary to all the job seekers. They are misusing this money for some other reasons. There's a need, therefore, to ask them, where have the money gone, which were passed in the budget year after year to take care of these salaries and pension? Why are you depriving our youth? What is going to happen to a young man who have applied for the police 5 years back? Once the results are out, if they fail, maybe many of their ages they will be already over age to apply for a new post, new job. Where will be the hope amongst the youth? Today, this is the government who is compelling our young men and women who have studied technical education to apply for job like LDA, like some officiating post against the programs. If youth who have pursued higher education, technical education, who have passed engineering, who have passed MBA, who have passed masters in science and other professional courses, if they compete for the post of undergraduates, for the post of grade 4, for the post of LDA, what is those young men and women who have not been able to pursue higher education, how are they going to compete? I met one of my cousins, a cousin who has brilliant children who have pursued higher education and came out with flying colors in their respective courses of studies. The father and daughter were arguing in front of me. The father was telling the daughter to apply for the post of LDA. Daughter who has completed BE, Bachelor's in Engineering. So the daughter said, if I have to work as an LDA, why did you ask me, and why should I study BE? Why should I study engineering? This is the question. So I told the young girl, ask this question to the politicians, not to your father, not to your mother. Ask this question to the policymakers. Therefore, friends, what we as policymakers we do, what we decide, the policies and programs that we embark upon will affect everybody's life, will affect the state as a whole, will have its ramification for the future generation. That is the reason why we need to come together and look at how best we can fulfill our responsibilities when we want to exercise the power that is vested upon you as right to franchise. It must always come. When we have the power, this power must be exercised with the utmost sense of responsibility. This sense of responsibility should revolve around our resolve, our determination to protect the interests of our Jaitpanryu, to protect the interests of our young children, the grandchildren, whom we love so much. All the mothers are working so hard because all of you love your children. Why are you working so hard? Because you love your children. Why we love our children? That's a natural human psychology. Therefore, if we love our children and grandchildren, we need to build this state for them. That's why you cannot allow these people who are in the present dispensation, the present government, to be in power. We have to come together, unite, and come together and put our strength and power together to replace this government. Are you ready? अगर भविष्य के लिए हम सोचते हैं, हम भविष्य के लिए क्यों सोचते हैं? क्योंकि हम सब अपना प्यारे बच्चे के लिए सोचते हैं, उनसे प्यार करते हैं. कौन मां है जो अपना बच्चों से प्यार नहीं करते? इसीलिए अगर अपना बच्चों से प्यार करते हैं तो ये देश अच्छा होना चाहिए. ये देश में अपना बच्चों के लिए भविष्य अच्छा होना चाहिए. ये है अपना मकसद और ये है अपना कर्तव्य ये निभाने के लिए. और ये कर्तव्य निभाने के लिए हमको चुनाव में एक मौका देते हैं. इसीलिए चुनाव के आगे हम सब यहां आए हैं, एक साथ सोच के भविष्य के लिए, एक साथ अपना जो ताकत है ये ताकत को एक साथ रखने के लिए, ये ताकत को एक साथ रख के हम ऐसा सरकार बनाएंगे जो सरकार आपका हो, हम सबका हो, हम देश का हो और देश के लिए भलाई के लिए सोचते हैं, गरीब के लिए, मां के लिए, विधवाओं के लिए, लेबर के लिए, वेजेस करने वालों के लिए, जो हमारा तरफ देखना नहीं सकता है, जो हमारा तरफ चलना नहीं सकता है, सबके लिए. तभी ना अपना देश हम सब बता सकेंगे ये देश बहुत अच्छा है, सबका देश है. Friends, how sad we are. We have a government who betray our people, just contrary to what they promised during the election. We have a government who surrenders to other powers at the cost of the state and at the cost of our people. We have a government who want to rob our people from their land that they have inherited from their forefathers. We have a government who surrenders our land to our neighboring state at the cost of the people who are residing there and at the cost of the future generation. Shall we be silent spectators, therefore? Therefore, friends, today, democracy provides us the space not to be silent spectators, not to choose to be silent majority. Our voices are our weapons in democracy. Therefore, I believe that all of you have come with a mission, with an objective. All of you, my humble appeal to all of you from the bottom of my heart is, आप लोग जाके सब अपना परिवार लोगों का साथ, अपना पड़ोसी का साथ, with all your loved ones, with your neighbors, with your relatives, you must unite together with the same mission to realize our shared dreams and aspirations. The shared dreams and aspirations that we have on behalf of our children and grandchildren. I always used to say as a politician and as a policymaker, what should we do? As policymaker, we must be connected to the dreams and aspirations of our people. The dreams and aspirations of our people of all walks of life. Poor, the rich, the haves, the have-nots, the young and the old. And we must then see how we can formulate policies and programs to enable our people from all walks of life, from all backgrounds, to realize their dreams to the fullest, not partially. इसीलिए आज ये नया शुरुआत है मेघालय में. आप लोग शायद सोचते होंगे डॉक्टर मुकुल पहले दूसरा सिंबल लेके आता था, अभी नया सिंबल है, ये सिंबल है. हम लोग गारो में इसको सामसी बोलते हैं. In English we will call it grass, which grows in the field. You have polo ground, the natural grass. ये है अपना सिंबल. ये सिंबल लेके हम लोग ये नया पार्टी का एक जो प्लेटफॉर्म हमें दे रहा है, इकट्ठा करने के लिए हमको जो मौका दे रहा है, ये पार्टी को लेके ये पार्टी का ताकत, क्योंकि गणतंत्रिक में एक साथ जब हम लोग एक पार्टी का नाम में हम लोग इकट्ठा होते हैं तो एक परिवार का तरफ होते हैं हम लोग. तो आज इसीलिए आप सबको अपना ये नया परिवार में स्वागतम कर रहा हूं. I would like to welcome all of you to this new parivar, to this new family. Because when we build a political party, please remember we are building it as members of the same family. And members of the same family will share the same responsibility, the same dream, the same aspirations. And our priority is nothing but the interest of our people, interest of our state. We have demonstrated it in the past. We have proven it in the past while we had the privilege of running the government. And we will demonstrate it in the years to come. Our honesty and our commitment to our people, to our Jatpanriu, to our state. If there is any time when you feel that, okay, we have not lived up to the expectations of our people of the state in the past, it was never intentional. Because the honors of responsibility of all the policymakers, you will understand when you share the responsibility together. Therefore, we will march together. Meghalaya has all the potentialities. All our friends in the state of Meghalaya have all the strength. And when we put this strength together, amplify this strength, sky is the limit. We will position our state as one of the states known for good things, famous for good things. But today, I am very sad, as many of our people are, to see that Meghalaya is not famous. Meghalaya is infamous. Infamous. Meghalaya is hitting the headlines, news headlines for all the wrong reasons. Do you want to be identified with that kind of wrong headlines in the news, whether it is national or whether it is local? No. ये अपना state है. This is our state. We should be proud of our state. And our state must not be known for all the wrong reasons. Yesterday you have seen what has happened. One precious life lost because of the continuation of the illegal mining. Why have the government robbed the people of the opportunity to realize benefit out of the resources by completing the whole necessary measures for enabling legal mining? Now people may ask, the same thing happened during your government. Friends, please understand the difference. During the time when we had the government, we came up with the Meghalaya Mining Development and Regulation Policy in 2012. The same people who are in the government were the people who are responsible to mislead the people that we don't implement that policy. Then, in 2014, because of similar kind of situation where there were unfortunate incidents hitting the news headlines and various other related instances of negative ramification on the environment, the Honorable National Green Tribunal took cognizance and banned the coal mining. But after that, what the government did? Our government said that all the rights of our people must be restored. In the state of Meghalaya, we have a very unique system of land holding. The ownership over the land and resources are vested with the people. The people are the owners of the land. That's why government has filed affidavit to indicate that in NGT and in the Honorable Supreme Court, because the whole country didn't know about this unique system of the state of Meghalaya, where we say that because the people of the state, different clans, different himas, different sardarships, they have the ownership over the land. Therefore, whatever minerals are there under the surface of the mineral also belongs to our people. And because of this persistent reminder from the state of the government of Meghalaya, then through various affidavits filed before the NGT, before the Honorable Supreme Court, the Honorable Supreme Court took cognizance of this reality, this customary law and practices which have been enjoyed by our people since time immemorial. And the Honorable Supreme Court recognized this right and gave a judgment saying that yes, in the state of Meghalaya, coal mining should be started, and all the owners of the land will have the right over the coal under the surface of the land. This is what our government did through the various stand of the government that we filed before the Honorable Supreme Court through affidavit. But the government of the day did not understand this. That's why in the assembly once, when the Chief Minister was replying to the questions, he was saying that yes, for the legal mining, the government will issue the mining list. We had to remind the Chief Minister and the government, look, when the landowner is somebody else, other cannot give the mining lease. Therefore, the power and the right to give mining lease is vested with the landowners. We had to remind the Chief Minister because of his ignorance about the judgment of the Honorable Supreme Court. That proceeding is on record in the Assembly. Therefore, today, after the judgment of the Honorable High Court in 2019, why has the government not completed this whole exercise to facilitate and start legal mining? So that the state is not deprived of the revenue resources besides the multiple opportunities that opened up for the livelihood of our poor people and the owners of the land and resources. Today, this government is, therefore, responsible for all the deprivation of these opportunities. This is the government who has deprived the coal miners. This is the government who has deprived the resources which have accrued to the state exchequer through legal mining. Because illegal mining continues, and when illegal mining continues, the resources don't come to the government. The state is deprived of the resources. The state is deprived of the revenue. So also the district councils, who also has the share of these resources, they are deprived. You will be perturbed, you will be disturbed to know that more than for 3 years, the employees of Garo Hills Autonomous District Council have not been paid of their salaries. How insensitive this government is, and how the ugly face of irregularities and corruption is manifesting itself, you can easily understand. Therefore, friends, they are all our brothers and sisters. The employees who are working in Garo Hills Autonomous District Council are our people. The teachers who have been displaced and removed from the ad hoc appointment as teachers, they are all our people. The old and the infirm who are deprived of what is due for them in the form of old age pension, the single mothers, and we also had the assistance for marriage of the children of the orphan children. Where have they all gone? Where have the money gone? What has happened to the initiative that we embark upon with the money of the Asian Development Bank in the name of human capital development, where besides building the infrastructure and smart classrooms, we had money for training of the teachers, free training of the teachers. Today, all our teachers who want to be teacher, they have to spend lakhs of rupees, hundreds of thousands of rupees for pursuing their teachers training program. Ask your children who are pursuing B.Ed how much money they have to pay. Well, what has happened to the money which was available under the ADB, under the Human Capital Development Program that was brought by our government? What has happened to the training of the youth that was also funded under this Human Capital Development Program to generate employment and skilled workforce? Friends, Meghalaya is strong because we have always overcome challenges. We had innumerable challenges in the past, but we have overcome. But to be able to overcome all these challenges and to embark upon new initiative and restore the past glory, we must all come together. People from Khasi Hills, people from Jaintia Hills, and people from Garo Hills, all must come together because we belong to this state together. We are children of this great and beautiful state. We are proud to be Meghalayans. Therefore, 2023 is crucial. Let us be part of this great story where we will all come together, and because of our commitment to be together, we will be able to embark upon a new story, and we will be all able to take pride in being able to achieve great things and new things in future. We will rebuild the state where Meghalaya will have enough opportunities for our youth. We will rebuild this state as a destination for education and hospitality, which is the most inclusive sector to provide sustainable opportunities. But this government want to defame our state. They are not even scared of God. They want to make our Meghalaya a den of gambling. Do you want to be known as the people who belong to a state which is a destination for gambling, destination for all the sinful acts? We don't want our state to be known as the destination for all the vices. We want Meghalaya to be a destination inconsistent with the name and fame of our state. A destination for education, destination of hospitality sector, the most favored and the most wanted destination for promoting destination. God has blessed our state with abundance of resources, abundance of natural products. Who doesn't know about Cherrapunji? And because people know across the world the name Cherrapunji and Sora, Meghalaya becomes a natural destination if we know how to leverage upon this strength. And we have the IIM, we have the NIFT, we have the NIT, and the unfinished tasks which are derailed by this government. Number of medical colleges, number of professional colleges. Why is that engineering college in Maula still not open, not established? All these are deprivation of our people. Therefore, friends, no longer we will be silent spectators and silent majority. The majority are affected, and therefore, please come together. हम एक साथ ये तृणमूल कांग्रेस को अपना स्टेट को ऊंचाई पे ले जाने के लिए और हर परिवार के लिए अच्छा मौका भविष्य में देने के लिए हम अपना कर्तव्य निभाएंगे और ये मकसद रख के हम लोग आगे चलेंगे with this shared objective and commitment to build this beautiful state and position this state at the highest pedestal where everybody will have the sense of accomplishment, sense of well-being. We will build that state. And with this commitment, please join our party. Please tell others to join this All India Trinamool Congress. We have a number of options to be part of this great parivar. You can dial 96877 96877 and indicate your willingness to be part of this great parivar. And besides this, we have a physical form, and all our members of the Pynthorumkhrah block Trinamool Congress Committee will give you this whole opportunity to enroll into this All India Trinamool Congress and be part of this great story, a story which will share the story of building a new Meghalaya, a vibrant, strong, and prosperous Meghalaya for all our beloved children and grandchildren. So with these few words, I would like to thank the Almighty God for giving us this opportunity, and thank you all. Matela Kublai. God bless all of you. God bless Meghalaya. God bless our nation. Thank you.
Dengan I kajing kublai nama Dr. Mukul ibadai leaders jangka opposition and parliament leaders of AITC Meghalaya tu angin I kajing thapti kaba jam nama jong I. Tingin aja poin atas kaba kurt juga nika jingalang ka jong I. Tisua bangin poin kata benta pengakua ban iwe niki leaders iban I ka vote of thanks sama ki leaders baru. Berita inde I Dami Wanswa I vice president juga Pynthorumkhrah 14 block. Sobha Dami Wanswa.
Nengkong shop ngai kublai pisau barokhoi balai poilang mapelai jong por mendong lama ngi hene ban sengap yaka phang jong ke igi bangi ni yach khman tengai kublai ru iba Charles Pingrop iba de I MLA but I president jong ka Meghalaya Pradesh Trinamool Congress Committee Dr. Mukul Sangma ai kublai iru baila pensyai ngi ke igi jingmun iba George Bilingdo iba de ru MLA but Vice President jongka Meghalaya Pradesh Trinamool Congress ngai kublai ru iba James iba donang mangi Singapore ngai kublai ki State Office Bearers jongka Meghalaya Pradesh Trinamool Congress State Youth President ka East Khas Hills District Trinamool Congress te ngai kublai ru iba sambor lang dingdo iba long ru umta u president jongka ni ka block jongka 14 Pynthorumkhrah constituency but iki breu be trekam lang but iba sambor wa khado ngai kublai pise ki media bala apply por ban walang hane tangatai kublai sibon.
Kublai sibun I ba Dami Wanswa. Te mentang ila pois ke bawah juga nika jingalang ka jongi bakalong ka jingalang ka bajob. Te kublai sibun I pi baro ki pai ba de baro ki leaders ki bedan nika John Mien. te shua bingin ya mi pan ning request ya boro kibriu kibrawan ban aten ni jing yalang na du kirang ba ki khana ki samla ki temen kirang ba ya kaba kini ya shong shua hala ki jong ki jaka ki jong phi ya kaba ngilapen kre kaba na kaliang ju iba sam ban kaliang jong ki leaders si boro ban request ya boro ki leaders boro ki volunteers ya kaba kin sim ya kabenta ka jong ki ya kaba kin bat iki pai ba kin penbiang ka bam haka jaka kaba ka shong maki tetang kita hina kaliang jong khublei shibon. Barajo por ka meeting kalawai. Thank you so much.